Hello students, today we will study about single phase series motor. The single phase series motor is also known as universal motor. The meaning of universal here is the motor which can operate on both the supply with AC as well as with DC. The single phase series motor is usually a commutator type motor, means if the polarity of the line terminal of a DC series motor is reversed, the motor will continue to run in the same direction. Means the DC series motor, if operated in a AC series motor, it can be known as a single phase series motor. The direction of the torque developed in a motor determined by the field polarity and the direction of the current through the armature. So, let us connect a DC series motor across a single phase AC supply. Means here the motor is a commutator type motor. Means in a single phase induction motor there is no commutator, but in a single phase series motor there is a commutator. The function of the commutator in a motor is to convert AC into DC or DC into AC. So, the direction of the developed torque will remain positive in AC series motor and the rotation will continue in the same direction. But the nature of the torque will be pulsating. This is the construction of single phase series motor. Here this is the poles. On poles there is a field winding. Here the compensating winding is also given. Actually the compensating winding is used to reduce the effect of the commutation. This is the rotor. This is the circuit for single phase series motor. Here the single phase supply is given to these terminals. This is the main field winding. This is the armature and this is the compensating winding. This figure shows the nature of the armature current and the flux and the torque. This shows the alternating armature current induced in the armature. The nature of the flux is also alternating because we are giving a AC supply. But the nature of the torque is unidirectional, but the torque nature is pulsating. A series motor which is specifically designed for DC operations suffers from a few drawbacks when it is used in a AC supply. So, what are the drawbacks? The efficiency is low due to the hysteresis and eddy current losses. Power factor is also low due to the large reactance of the field and the armature winding. And another disadvantage, when we connect the AC source to the DC motor, the sparking at the brushes is excessive. Now, how can we reduce these difficulties? So that we made some modification in a DC series motor so that it can be operated satisfactorily on alternating current. The first one, the field core is constructed by a material which are having a low hysteresis loss. It is laminated to reduce the eddy current losses. And the field winding is provided with a small number of turns. And the field pole areas is increased so that the flux density is reduced and thereby iron losses and the reactive voltage drops are reduced. And in order to reduce the effect of armature reaction, there is one feature in a DC motor, that is a armature reaction. So for reducing the effect of armature reaction, as I told you, the compensating winding is used. So the winding is put on the stator slot at the 90 degree. Means the axis of the compensating winding is 90 degree with the main field poles. So the effect of the armature reaction can be, the armature of universal motor is of the same construction as ordinary series motor. And to minimize the commutation problem, high resistance brushes with the increased brush areas are used. The stator core and yoke are also laminated to reduce the eddy current loss. And the machine is generally operated at a lower flux density because we use very short air gap. Universal motor is very simple in construction and it is very cheap. It is usually used for the rating not greater than 750 watt. Means the construction of this machines are usually for the up to the 750 watt. The characteristic of the universal motor are similar to the DC series motor, but the application are numerous of this motor. So let's see the application part. There are numerous applications where universal motor are used, such as portable drill, hair dryers, grinders, table fans, blowers, polishers, kitchen appliances, etc. They are also used for many other purposes where speed control and high values of speed are necessary. Universal motors of a given horsepower are significantly smaller than the other kind of AC motors operating at the same frequency. So its application are more than the other AC motors. Thank you. Have a nice day.